what a week it's been. You know, I was happy to be at work because, gosh, we've had some snow and it's been so bitterly cold. But I hope to be able to get out there tomorrow, back out in the pasture. It's only been a week, but it feels like a month. But I thought I'd just do a little video explaining two finds that I found, one recently and one last April actually, that turned out to be older or newer than I thought. Both was really good news. And the first one was my fibula brooch, which I dug up just about 6-8 weeks ago. I thought, Roman fibula, yeah, great. Look at it, it's got a bit of a fantail on it, and it's sort of bowed, and that's 2nd century. And I was wrong. I did explain it out in the field in one of my other videos, but I thought I'd just go into a bit more detail now. It was a great find.
Okay, well, let's unveil this together. Look at that. Let's just savour the moment. I hope this isn't a disappointment. It's looking... Oh gosh. Oh, it is, isn't it? Very gently. How much have we got? Oh, oh wow. It was on my bucket list, and here it is. Wow. It's beautiful. Oh. Would you believe it?
And here's the book that helped me identify this wonderful little brooch, Celtic and Roman Artifacts by Nigel Mills. There's a whole lot in the series, covering right the way through the periods, well, thanks to this book. We open it up here. On page 64. So there it is. You know, this fantail is actually more exaggerated on the Roman ones. This is, yes, it's sort of splayed out a little bit, and it is bowed. But this, one of the clues actually was the iron pin. Obviously that was iron, you can see the rust in here. And most of the Roman ones were bronze. And in here, this book, it says that it's transitional period because some of them are bronze, but some of them are iron, and that's mid-5th century. So although not as old as Roman, it's Saxon. I mean, that is fantastic news. I mean, yes, the Roman ones, they're not everywhere, but you can certainly find more than you would of these lovely Saxon ones. And it's called a supporting arm brooch, and you see the supporting arm here, and you see these nice little bits here where the pin actually went into, obviously curled round. And then you've got these lovely linear lines, and these linear lines are still Roman, but you see in this period we are still really making, the Saxons are still making in the Roman style. You know, Britain's been Romanized for 4 centuries, and they still like that look. Before they actually went, obviously, to the more sort of cruciform type, where the later ones became more Saxon in style. We've got this linear lineage all the way down here around the bow and onto the tail itself, and then this little rope pattern here at the bottom, and they're all little clues to suggest that this is Saxon. So if you're looking at something like this, check in the good book, you could have something Saxon. Now the second thing that I found last April, which I thought was a medieval buckle, complete. I mean, I was so happy. It's beautiful. It's got its buckle plate with 3 rivets remaining out of the 4. It's got the original pin and it all moves. It's absolutely lovely. And I thought, well, yes, it's medieval. It's got a D shape. But actually, when I looked at it, I thought, no, it's not. It's more of an oval. It wasn't until I went through, did a bit more research and found a similar one in a book, which is Saxon and Viking, gave me a few clues.
It's a medieval buckle. Now it's all folded up on itself. That is actually the pin, it's still intact. This plate will fold out. That is the actual the buckle plate, which would have attached with these rivets to a leather belt. Just the right thickness for 14th, 15th century. That is going to clean up nice tonight.
Now this one, this took a little bit longer to identify. I mean, that was what, April last year. Wonderful, beautiful, medieval buckle, yes, complete, yes. Not until I was going through another of Nigel Mills' books, here we are, we have 6th century small bronze buckle. Now this has got an integral plate, where this one is, and this is obviously a composite one, it's actually loose to the buckle, fitted round. It's got 4 rivets, well, it's only got 3 now, but it would have had 4. And the clues here are basically the actual loop of the buckle itself. It's not a D shape, it's oval, and if you look on here, you can see it's oval. The other clue is the pin. The pin actually comes out and over the buckle, where in the medieval ones they normally finish close or just behind the face of the buckle there, of the frame. Then also, this one has got a splayed tongue. And again, that is really Saxon. In the medieval period, they went to a point. It doesn't really illustrate it too clearly on here, this one, but it's definitely splayed tongue, oval frame. It's Saxon. It's about 800 years earlier than I thought, and that was absolutely fantastic. And I only discovered that last week whilst the snow fell. So some really good news. 2 things turned out to be what I didn't think they would be, and I'm absolutely delighted. So one of the things that I'll be doing when I dig up my next lovely green object is exactly that, is the patination. It's something that we do get used to. We can see Georgian, we can see the quality of the metal, we can go backwards, we can see the medieval, and you can start to go, yes. And the one thing that's really obvious with Roman and obviously Saxon, because there's 2 periods very close together, is the patination. So green. And this buckle, exactly the same. It's that Roman green. And don't we love it?